There is a lot of nonsense about selling alcohol online, and there are a ton of misconceptions. And frankly, I get asked them all the time on sales calls, and I'm sick of it. I'm actually sick of it. So I'm making this video to never answer these questions again. And if people ask me on the sales call, I'm gonna point them to this. So let's get started on what they are. Number one, am I gonna my distributor by selling online? And the short answer is no. What we've seen with brands over and over again is they come to us and they say, my distributor has an exclusivity in this region. And when brands have actually talked to the distributor about what they're actually going to do in terms of investing more money in brand awareness in that market, in getting the brand story out there and making sure that everybody knows about this product by using digital, distributors kind of go, well, this is a no-brainer. And then the metrics show that you sell more product because more people know about it and they buy it through traditional channels. Not everybody's going to buy online, but brand awareness is universal and it only helps lift your brand in a market. So it's in your interest and the distributor's interest that you start D2C. So you're telling me you've got no brand recognition, and you may see that as a negative, but I'm telling you it's actually a positive. If a product is available on every shelf and every corner store, why would you buy it online? Novelty and exploration are things that people want. People want to explore flavors. They want things that they've never seen before. Don't you remember hipsters? Everyone was all about exploring craft beer and things like that. People want new experiences, they want new flavors, they want new tastes, they want discovery. And when they resonate with that, they latch on, they buy, they tell their friends. You get brand recognition. It doesn't matter that you're not a global name and no one has ever heard of you. What matters is that you can connect to an audience and convince them to try your product. So, you don't know how to do D2C. That's completely fine. I didn't know how to do D2C when I started either. You make great alcohol. Fantastic. That's all you need to do. Everything else we can help you with. I can put you in touch with the right people. I can put you in touch with partners. You don't know where to start. That's fine. I help people every single day of the week expand their brand and do e-commerce the right way. Grow their brand, grow the recognition using the experience that I've gained over the last 7 years. So you're saying that D2C isn't profitable for you, right? And I generally ask, why do you think that? And sometimes you say, oh, we've tried it before and it didn't work. And I go, well, why didn't it work? And they go, well, we tried it for a month and we just lost money. And we're like, well, if you tried this in the alcohol industry, if you tried breaking into a new country, would you expect to be profitable after a month? No. Alcohol is a relationship business, and D2C is even more relationship business. So traditional route to market, you've got your relationship with the distributor, relationship with retailers, relationship with bartenders. With D2C, you've got your relationship with the consumer, and you're looking at the lifetime value of your relationship with the consumer. If you lose money on the first bottle, the important thing here is getting liquid to lips and getting people to like it. Then, when people love the product, they come back and they buy it. Now, the other thing that you could say, well, it's not profitable. And then you're kind of looking into your cost of goods, your cost of acquisition. And that's the sort of stuff that we can help with look at. We look through this with you and assess if it's right for you, because we're really not in the business of helping brands lose money. But a brand comes to me and they say, hey, I've done it for 6 months or I've done it for 12 months and I'm still not profitable. Then it's a different issue. And then we take a kind of deeper look. We look at the cost of goods, we look at the cost of acquisition, we look at the ad creative they're running, we look at their strategies, we look at their retention marketing, we look at all of these things to ascertain where the problem is. And then we decide if we're willing to work with them or not. Because we're not in the business of helping brands lose money. Sure, I get it. Not a priority. It's probably not on your roadmap. You've probably never considered it. But is the priority growing the business? Is the priority making money? Generally what we find is that the brands that performed best in 2024 started early in the year. They got their ads running, they got their creative tested, they got things that when they were doing Q3 and Q4 sales, their ad cost was low and they were killing it with their budget. The worst performing brands started late in the year. Their ads were learning, they were spending a fortune. It made no sense. So if it's not a priority for you right now, don't come to me in November trying to get on for Christmas sales. So there's so many people out there that will promise you sales and don't deliver. I don't promise you anything. This is a risky business, right? There is a playbook that we have developed that if you follow, you are going to have a greater chance of success. But it's not for everyone. Maybe people don't resonate with your product. Maybe your product tastes like maybe nobody wants to buy it the second time. Maybe you have a label. I can't control those things, but I can show you the blueprint that I've used to grow other brands. So you have a better chance of success, but no guarantees. So you're worried that selling online is going to cannibalize your traditional sales. And frankly, this is like, no, it's just no. It doesn't happen, right? You have demographics of people that buy online. You've got people who buy in store. You've got a new market of nobody knowing your product. If nobody knows about your brand, unless you're spending tons and tons of cash on TV ads and billboards and you don't need brand recognition, then you have no worry. But it just doesn't happen. It's just one of these things where the market isn't small. The market is not finite. The market is huge. Alcohol is 1.3 trillion. If you don't think you can increase your market share by doing more brand awareness and having another sales channel, it's kind of like saying, oh, selling in the airport is going to cannibalize my sales in a region. And you're like going, no, it's a different demographic. These people are leaving the country. People that are buying online aren't buying in stores. It's only going to help. So you think this is expensive, or it sounds too expensive. And there's a couple of ways, right, to look at this. Trying to save money and grow an alcohol brand is like standing in a bucket and trying to pull yourself up. It doesn't fucking make sense. You gotta spend money to make money. I'm sure Donald Trump has some great line about this, but you've got to spend to grow. You've got to make it work. And if it's too expensive, then it's probably not for you because this is the cheapest part of the process. But the beautiful thing about D2C is it starts to cash flow itself quicker than any other route to market. It felt really good to get that off my chest. And sorry if I got a little bit ranty there, but you know, it's one of those things that really grinds my gears. Anyway, I'm gonna go off and have a little drink now and kind of recover from that. But if you want more videos like this, maybe less ranty, but remember to comment below, tell me what you'd like to see, and don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified of my next video.